got up this morning and then walked all the way back down, skipped out one of the places where we would have where we camped over before. So we came from 4,900 all the way down to now we're probably about 4,000, somewhere just below 4,000. So another big drop. We picked up Peter, who's much better now. He's feeling, and he's had a few days rest. He's a little bit of cabin fever, but he's definitely getting better, which is really good to see him and see that he's doing well. So we have a night here, and then we're going to climb out of this valley, having followed it all the way down, up out of this valley, which means we go back up to about 4-3, something like that, to a place called Titicaca, where we stay overnight, and then higher still, and then down into the other valley. So we've got about 3 days more hiking, but we're a day ahead of schedule, and we also had another day in lieu for weather conditions, so hopefully, fingers crossed, the weather stays with us, because it's been great so far. We'll get back and we'll be in Kathmandu in a couple of days, and I'll speak to you then. Alright, take care, bye. It's day 15, the last day of our intrepid trip. We've yesterday we kayaked all the way from Titicaca all the way up to a pass that's about 4,700, I think, one of the passes, so up out of that valley and then down into the valley that Lukla is in. And we stayed overnight just above Lukla at about 3,200 metres. It was a real short day, just a half day. We went in and set up camp and slept early. It was Dom's birthday, so we strangely had dinner in a stable, literally a stable, with some people sleeping in the hay. It was quite odd, but we had a beer and sat around the fire anyway, which was really good. And then today we woke up and then we walked into Lukla and finished off our trip. We got here about lunchtime and had tea, and then we just got changed and had a look in Lukla, which is where we fly out of tomorrow morning to go back to Kathmandu. It's been an amazing trip, really amazing, much harder than I thought, but at the same time it's been a real adventure. I'm sure it'll all sort of hit home a little bit once I've had a few days to think about it and time to reflect back on it, but it's been great. I wouldn't say there's any revelations or life-changing things, although I've come back with a couple of ideas that I want to work on, and there's a couple of new goals in mind. So a big thank you to Ultimate Travel Company, to Scope, to Basam and Lakba, the main Sherpas and guides who looked after us. Everybody was absolutely fantastic. Big thanks to Dom, who was our guide and leader, if you like. He was great, and it's been a pleasure spending time with everybody. Thanks again to Pete and to Martin as well. It went really well. The group worked well, so it was all good. I'm going to get them to say a couple of words. So we'll see what they're saying.
It's been a cracking time. Just like to pass comment on my climbing buddies. Adam with his youthful exuberance and overall enthusiasm, and cracking guy actually. And Martin, well, Martin's obviously this strong as an ox, this dairy farmer from Yorkshire, outpaced everybody. And of course there's Dom, whose leadership qualities are first rate, and will no doubt go on to lead lots and lots of other similar expeditions. As for me, well, I didn't make it to the top. Like I said, the first week was probably the worst week of my life, which culminated probably on the 8th day when I just couldn't walk and my lungs felt as if they were non-existent. But I've recovered, and I like to think the last few days I've kept the pace to show that I'm not old and flabby. And I say also the staff have been wonderful and attentive. Food's been excellent considering the circumstances. And all in all, I'd recommend the same trip to anyone.
Here we are, back at Lukla, having had a tremendous experience, thanks to Scope and all the team that have supported us. what an experience it's been for us all. We've had a great leader, great support team, and we've hopefully helped somebody else along the way. The team have got on well, and we've had great weather. So we're just thankful to be back and looking forward to being home.
I'm the expedition leader. I've been with these guys, or putting up with these guys, as some might put it, for the last sort of 2 weeks plus. I suppose highlights really have been getting to the top. Hard days, long days, but ultimately, you know, we're back now all in one piece, so really worth it, and a good time had by all really. Downsides probably, I'd say, when sharing a tent with Adam, not only his feet and his boots stunk, but ultimately it's when he mistook me for his wife in the early hours of the morning. Obviously gave me a little shock. So that's obviously going to be a downside for anyone, having Adam crawl up to you and try to do nasty things in the middle of the night to you. But anyway, that's me. I'll leave you to it, and someone else can do a report. Cheers.
I'm back and home, all safe and sound. I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everybody who sponsored. It's an amazing amount of money. We've managed to raise £5,110 so far. So a huge thank you to everybody who sponsored, and especially Advanced Lighting, who put in a huge amount of money. Thank you very much indeed. It was quite an adventure. Not something I'll be rushing into straight away to do again, but quite an adventure, and it helped so many people. Thank you very much.